Welcome back, Metalheads. I've got another great review for you. This time it's Inglorious. Now, they're about to release their new album called 5. It's coming out on Frontier Records on the 6th of June. If you like your hard rock and classic metal, then check out this album review and this album. Thanks for watching. Now, Inglorious were formed back in 2014 by vocalist Nathan James. Now, Nathan James has been involved with quite a few bands that you may be aware of, not aware of. He was involved doing Trans-Siberian Orchestra. As we all know, is a fantastic and a really, really big band with members of Sabotage. Nathan's also worked with former Scorpions guitarist Uli John Roth, a fantastic guitarist and certainly underrated. In the band's early stages, the band would consist of rhythm guitarist Will Taylor, Drew Lowe on guitars, with also bassist Colin Parkinson and drummer Phil Beaver. The band would make a video of the cult classic version of Burn by Deep Purple. Drew left the band and his replacement was Jack Edwards. Jack didn't stay in the band for very long, and his replacement was a Swedish guitarist called Andreas Eriksson. Andreas would be featured on the band's debut album, which was self-titled Inglorious. And with the success of a debut album, it wasn't long before the band were touring for this album. They've got some really good support slots playing with the Winery Dogs, the Dead Daises, and also Steel Panther. Throughout the band's career, they've had some lineup changes, and Nathan James is a fantastic singer, very much bluesy hard rock. And if you're a fan of Dave Coverdale, Jon Lander, or Glenn Hughes, Nathan is a fantastic singer, pretty much in the vein of those guys. Very powerful. So the current lineup for the band on the new album would be Nathan James on vocals, would have Colin Parkinson on bass guitar, acoustic guitar and keyboards, would have Richard Shaw on electric guitars, and on drums, Henry Rogers. Now, the strange thing about this band is guitarist Richard Shaw. Some of you may know him from his band Cradle of Filth, very extreme black metal. For him to do something different is fantastic. It shows that he's very much varied in his music styles. With the band releasing 4 previous albums, the band's debut album, like I say, was released in 2016, followed by Inglorious II, released in 2017. We'd also have Ride to Nowhere 2019 and We Will Ride in 2021. Also, the band released a live DVD and CD. This was called MMXX1 Live at the Phoenix. The band also released an album called Herone, which is another great album. The band have done some fantastic albums, and if you are a fan of also bands like Whitesnake, Deep Purple, Rainbow, the classic hard rock blues, then you're really going to like this band. Me personally, one of my favourite albums by this band is Ride to Nowhere. This is a great album with some fantastic songs. But if you also like bands like Dead Daises, you're really going to enjoy them. Or even the band Burning Rain. Fantastic bands. Now, the production of this album is absolutely fantastic, like the previous albums, and it was handled by Colin Parkinson. It was also mixed by Tony Draper, who've done a fantastic job. Both worked on the albums Inglorious II and Ride to Nowhere. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are before we briefly talk about the songs on the album. We're going to open up with Testify, Eat You Alive, Devil Inside, Say What You Want to Say, Believe, Stand, In Your Eyes, Silent, End of the Road, and the last song is called Power of Truth. Opening track testifies that really old school Deep Purple keyboard vibe, along with the dirty bass guitar sound before it kicks into a very powerful hard rock blues song. Now, Nathan's vocals on this song kind of remind me of a guy called Dino Gillespie, who's a fantastic singer from Eastern Europe. And if you're a fan of Dead Daises or Burning Rain, then you're really going to like this. Me personally, I think Nathan's got a much better voice than John from Dead Daises. Just my personal opinion. Other bands that spring to mind when I listen to his album is Blackstone Cherry. Now, Nathan's got the power and energy for this music. He does a fantastic job throughout the album. Next song, Eat You Alive. This is a really, really heavy song in places. It's got a really dirty guitar sound, but some very powerful vocals by Nathan. The whole band have done a fantastic job on this with some catchy riffs. Another vocalist that springs to mind when I listen to Nathan's voice is a guy called John West, a fantastic singer from America who's in a band called Our Tension. If you've not had Attention, check them out. They did some great albums. Next is The Devil Inside, another heavy song, but it's still got that heavy blues vibe to it. It's got, like I said, a very much heavy sound of Dead Daisies, Burning Rain, also Dino Gillespie when he does his solo albums. So it's heavy blues with a heavy edge music. This song also reminds me of a band called Whom Gods Destroy. This also featured Dino Gillespie on vocals. Some really great songs on this album. One of them's a semi-ballad. It's called Believe. Nathan's shown his true power on this song. Really powerful vocals, emotionally, and some really great lyrics. The band are really pulling through in this song, and it's a fantastic song all around. It's called Believe. All in all, this is a really good hard rock blues album with some really heavy guitar playing. Not heavy as much heavy, I mean detuned guitar sound. All in all, this band are great. They've been writing some great albums. And another artist I forgot to mention that Nathan sounds like, a little bit of Ray Gillen in there. All around, if you do like your hard rock and blues, this is a great album. Inglorious are a great English band that need to be checked out. The album's called V. It's going to be released on Frontier Records on the 6th of June. So check it out, Metalheads. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. It's a really good hard rock album. Thanks for watching.